Hey guys, this is like my third commentary, I think it is, since the last one, which was like last year. So I sort of wanted to get back into doing the YouTube stuff again now. After January, I'll have a lot more free time after my exams in between January and June. So I thought I'd just like go back to YouTube or whatever it's called. But yeah, I've got like a list of stuff I'm going to talk about, just like so my mind doesn't wander. The first one was like Reflex. We recently attended Reflex GT6 with our new lineup, which was me, Mohawk, Tech, and the new player Jake. So we didn't really have much expectations, and like playing a new game that none of us had really played. We went in thinking like top 8 or top 5, but I think it sort of gives testament to how good like our teamwork is more than anything, like our placement. Like Jake had like 19 hours time played, and we'd only played 3 times with Daredevil and stuff. But yeah, about Reflex, it was like an amazing event again. I think Exhort has definitely improved like how the event runs, and like the new improvements is basically the new ones like absolutely amazing, like a free taxi, like better food, but potentially bigger prize money. But we won't be attending because Jake doesn't want to miss any more time of college. And travelling to Reflex is quite time consuming, and I have an exam on the Friday, the Monday and the Thursday, so I can't really afford like to waste that sort of time. But with our new lineup, I thought it went really well. Like I think we probably could have gave Apex a better game than we should have, but they were just on fire. Like, they were playing so much better than us on the day, and like it gives like sort of credit to how good like Gunshi and Riddles were as like a partnership. Particularly I thought like when we were playing at Domination Arcade, and there were just like moments where like those two alone just knocked us out of the match, and it was just so difficult for us to get back into it. But we are attending the European Esports event in Sweden in February, I think it is. EGS, I-Series, EGL Blackpool, if it is Blackpool, I'm not really sure on that, and also the first MLG event, which hasn't been confirmed yet, so we don't know where it is, but we are definitely going to be attending one, I've been told. And I want to make sure it's the first event for seeding points, and just generally like so they don't get any advantage in terms of like how their playstyle might be a lot better than ours or might be a lot worse. So I'd say our best chance will be at the first event after, like when they all start practicing. I'd say America is a lot more like well oiled, so I think we could probably like maybe like top 8 maybe. Like I know that's really adventurous. I haven't looked at how Infused and Apex did, but like the rule set and different console and stuff. And also that's another thing, Sundance hasn't said whether it's on Xbox, which if it is, that would be absolutely amazing for us, because I mean Jake and Tech have a PS3, or play PS3, sorry, Tech doesn't have one anymore I think. Steve doesn't play PS3 and I don't either, so I can't really be asked to go on another shit console. But yeah, recently Team Foreign have picked up Triggers Down, the MLG Pro Halo team, which is like pretty amazing to be honest. Like I'm a bit of a MLG fanboy, which I'm sure I probably said like quite a few times. But yeah, I was watching the stream, and yeah, that's gonna potentially bring big things to the org, like I hope, and really like see it grow. Like I mean, if you remember back like this time last year, like Team Foreign wasn't really anywhere on the map in terms of console, like in particular in COD, and it wasn't until like Doped was like the one that brought it forward. So like I'd say Team Foreign owes quite a lot to Doped, but yeah, we like since then it's just like gone leaps and bounds, and like the fact that we're potentially looking at attending an MLG event already is pretty amazing. But yeah, having like spoke to the MLG guys, they're really like humble. You'd think they're quite up their own arse, but they're really not. So I think that's what people have about us as well. Like some guy came up to me at Reflex, and XPX as well, they came up to me at Reflex and like started talking to me like, and I think they expected it, like the European pros or whatever to like be some arrogant, you know, people that just don't talk to people who aren't known. It's like the complete opposite. Like everyone will talk to anyone, like everyone's just normal, you have to remember that. But it's pretty funny. I'm like XPX saying like the fact that we were talking to them was quite weird, and like that just seems odd to me. Like they're living like a dream, but yeah, it's pretty weird. And on my channel now, like I'm sure you like noticed, I got pretty inactive in between the period of like when Black left and stuff like that. But now like we've got Jake in the team, hopefully that's like offered some stability, fingers crossed. So, and Tech's got a HD PVR. I'm looking at getting one in like the near future by whatever means possible, and just uploading a lot more content, just like to help the community grow really. Because I can remember being like back on GB in Team Vision, like Vision Vanity was my game tag, and watching like the Styles be montage, Dan montage, and like Wonders and Vapes and stuff, and just thinking like, oh, I can't wait to actually like, you know, play these guys and stuff. So like I think like if I do that, hopefully it can bring a lot more people to the community or something, and then that'll like increase our attendance and whatever. But yeah, about our community, like it's sort of like divided at the minute, like pretty horrendously to be honest. Like there's a lot of veterans who just don't seem to want to like welcome the new community as such, and then the new community obviously are pretty lost in terms of they don't know what to expect. But I'd say I don't be disheartened by the majority. Like when you come onto the forums, just like try and post what you think would be normal to post. Like you see a lot of people trying to conform to all these like stereotypes of people on forums, like trying to be funny and whatever, but the majority of the time it just doesn't pay off and people just like bell out. But yeah, the new rule set has been released, the V3 rule set, and like I really couldn't be happier. Like I'm so glad Sun's still in. I mean, people like can disagree all they like, but EMPs would be absolutely stupid. Like I don't care what people say. I mean, net influence in games as well is still quite significant. People don't realise this. When you throw an EMP at a guy camping with an alot, I mean, it renders them like almost useless, because like an ACR red dot is like you won't be able to shoot it because you don't know where you're shooting, unless like people put like blue tack on their screen and shit, and then that's just even more stupider. But I don't know, it's just stuns like offer something to the game that I think we missed on Black Ops particularly. I mean, I enjoy like playing on run and gun and all that stuff, but there was literally no tactics involved in Black Ops. I mean, I can remember going to the last event and thinking like, oh, what do I do on this map to like help us win? And there was never anything constructive that you could do, because everything was just based on winning gunfights. And I mean, it's good in a way, and it like offers like a high level of skill for people who rely on that, but it just doesn't let people who put effort into the game like to achieve. But I think like the new one definitely has. Like I think we'll see a lot more as a result of the new thing, a lot more land placements now the type's gone of new teams breaking through. Because like the type allowed the best ARs to literally just run wild. Sorry, like you saw like Gunchi and like Riddles, like Tech, like Torres and Rev at Reflex. Like they were just dropping huge numbers, and you shouldn't be like having that. I mean, you saw like Tommy and Gataga do absolutely amazing, because obviously like they were just on fire and like just playing amazing on the day, and like good players. But particularly I saw the AR players just continuously had the limelight at the event, and you might not have saw this on the stream for whatever reasons, but I can like remember playing some of my games and just walking around and literally firing one burst at a time. I remember saying this to Tommy. I even did this in the final, which is a bit like naive in a way, but I'd never ever find myself shooting more than one burst, which should never be done, particularly like at LAN and stuff like that. It shouldn't be that easy to kill people, and there was no pressure. I enjoyed like Black Ops, where you'd come in a 1v1 gunfight and you had to shoot for quite a long time. I say long, but like, you know, like seconds or whatever. Whereas like one burst literally just offers nothing, particularly like from a spectator's point of view as well. So I think the rule sets are happiest I could have been with it, particularly like hard hat going as well. Like the shit squads were just ruining LAN. So I'm really pleased with the new rule set, but there's a lot of people moaning for some unknown reason. Like you just can't please everyone, to be honest. And yeah, our reflex games were like good. I'm sure you heard about the forfeit where me and Jake used extended mag sniper. Like for whatever reasons we did it. It was just a bit over exaggerated. Like we honestly didn't care. We knew we were going to play top 2 in our group, like regardless of the outcome. If anything, it benefited us, which like a lot of people might not see. But if we'd have got Farrakho Yin instead, that would have been the second and third team at ECR London playing each other in like the first round of winner bracket, which would have been absolutely like devastating for one of the teams. And like obviously we came out winning, so that would have meant Farrakho Yin might not have had a good enough placement. Like they might have come like what, top 23, like Apex Germany. But anyway, I'm running out of time with this commentary, so I'm going to start doing some dual commentaries with other people, like particularly people in foreign, like my teammates, Rel, hopefully like Tony, Momentum. I haven't asked them yet, but Yeah, I'm gonna try and get some guest people on and just ask them questions. I'm sure if you've seen like the Halo community, like they've started doing this as well. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks for watching. If you decided to watch this, and give me some feedback for what I can do better. Thanks.
They're returning their flag.